everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review. And today's review is in association with Tformers.com, your #1 news source for everything Transformers. And for today's review, we're going to be taking a look at the brand new released Transformers masterpiece MP-27 Ironhide figure from Takara Tomy. Now this figure is listed as Cybertron Security and is a Nissan Cherry van. It comes packaged in the same style packaging we've seen with all the masterpieces. You've got the box with an image of the figure in both vehicle and robot mode on the front. We've got the masterpiece logo up in the top corner as well as the Nissan vehicle logo. And then down below we have the name of the character. On one side of the box we have an image of the figure in robot mode, and then on the other side we have an image of it in vehicle mode. On the back of the packaging we have some images showing off the various features and accessories, and then a bunch of writing I really can't read. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at Ironhide outside of the packaging. Now when you first take him out of the box, Ironhide is in his van, his vehicle mode, and then you also get a bunch of accessories. This thing's chock full of accessories and features, including a battle platform reminiscent of his G1 robot mode, which we'll get to in just a moment. So I'm going to set that aside for a minute so we can focus on the vehicle. So besides the toy itself, we also get the little file card that we always get with these that has artwork of the character on the front, and then on the back has statistics and shows the toy in both vehicle and robot modes. We also get the little instruction sheet that tells you how to transform him and everything. Here's a close-up look at Ironhide in his vehicle mode, the Cherry van, the Nissan van. Now I don't know, was Ironhide always a Nissan? I don't remember if in the cartoon he was actually considered a Nissan or not, but nevertheless, here he is as a Nissan and looks very true to how it looked in the G1 cartoon. You've got the red, the van is all red colored, and then you have that kind of dingy yellow stripe that goes along the side. We've got little details like the little door handle here, and you've got the 3 windows on the side. You've got the windows on the front with the Autobot logo on the front. Can't really see. It looks like you've got this design thing inside. It almost looks kind of like a face that you can see through the windshield, but I think it's just his inner parts. And he's got the windshield wipers, and then the headlights are just done in a metallic silver as well as the bumper, and then you've got the little lights underneath that as well. Same on the other side. Now on the other side you have also have the added handle for the side door. Then on the back we have a place for where the license plate would be, a little circle area I guess where the Nissan logo would be. They don't actually have a Nissan logo on the actual vehicle. And then you have the back windshield with the windshield wiper blade and the back headlights. And even have like a little tailpipe here down on the bottom. And the wheels are hard plastic on this, but it does roll well. Like we've seen with other MP Autobots, you can stick, there's a little hole here on the top of the roof that basically you can stick the weapons in. So the blaster, if you want to put it on the roof, either blaster, or you can put this one that looks like the one from the original G1 toy, even though I think that one actually looks kind of silly. You can't put the rocket launcher on the top there because it's a different size peg. And then they've also given you a place so if you want to store the blasters when he's in vehicle mode, the 2 regular blasters, you can pop them here on the bottom and basically just store them. And it doesn't affect the vehicle rolling or anything. So in vehicle mode, Ironhide measures about 5 1/4 inches in length, and then width-wise, he is just a little bit under 3 inches. Give you a comparison, here he is next to the Masterpiece side swipe, and the scale between these two seems to be pretty good. An added bonus, they've included this little platform, and this is reminiscent of the G1 toy. I don't know how many of you are familiar with the G1 toy, but the original toy, basically the van, you split it up into 2 parts, and the bottom part became this kind of mobile battle platform, and then you had this strange looking robot mode for the upper part, and you would just set the robot on the upper part of the platform. So this is meant to be, I guess, a tribute to that. Now that looked nothing like what we saw in the actual cartoon. The G1 toy looked in its robot mode looked nothing like what we see in the cartoon. and thank goodness the Masterpiece doesn't look like the G1 toy. But I do like that they included this little platform. Now it doesn't have like any kind of treads or anything. The original toy had little treads that came out the bottom, so it doesn't have that. But what's kind of cool is, so this thing has a bunch of different accessories, and we'll go over these more specifically when we get to the robot mode. But basically you can take all these various accessories that come with it. So this is like a missile pack that comes out of and in robot mode comes out of his back, like we see in the G1 cartoon. But it also doubles on this platform, which again is very reminiscent to the G1 toy that had a similar looking missile launcher that would come up that the robot could basically fire. Also have this cannon, which again is very reminiscent to what we saw in the G1 toy, and you just stick this in the front. And then you can take the blasters that he comes with, and you can put them here on the side. And the instruction sheet will show you how to put all these pieces in. And then he's got a jetpack for robot mode, but that doubles here, so you can put it on the platform as well. And the little blast effects that will go in the jetpack. I don't know why they really have that. It looks kind of silly to have these kind of sticking out, but nevertheless, that's what they've done. These little circle pieces, and they just pop in. Even like this extra pair of hands that he basically shoots out one of the mixtures that he was known for in the cartoon. But they double up, and you can put them on here. The thumbs are supposed to stick towards the back, I think. And just some other miscellaneous parts that you can stick on there. And then even this little radar thing you can attach to the robot's arm, you can stick on here as well. So really it's kind of just a cool way to hold all these different features that come with it. But if you want to just put it on this platform when you're not using it, it makes for a nice little storage base basically. But it's also, like I said, a nice little tribute to the original G1 toy, which I think is pretty cool. Note on this platform, this rocket launcher, you can elevate it upwards and downwards, and you can pull it forward a bit, and you can do it back a bit as well. And the missile is removable, you just pull it out. First thing you want to do when you're transforming this from the vehicle mode to the robot mode is you want to grab the back of it and just kind of pull out a little bit, and then lift off the top and just pull it straight up like that. Then you want to take the sides and just kind of pull them out on both sides so that they're basically sticking straight out like that. And then take this top piece and bend it over, and then just kind of pull it forward or pull it out, and the head is revealed. Next, then you're going to want to take this front piece and just kind of push it down. And then you want to just kind of push it underneath the head. You kind of have to finagle these window pieces, but basically it'll slide underneath the head. And then make sure those arms are pulled up like that. So now what you want to do is you want to grab the back here and just kind of pull it apart. And it's kind of stuck there pretty tight, so you gotta have to pull kind of hard. But basically you want to pull those back pieces apart. And then next thing you want to do is take these wheels and just kind of fold them in like that. So that they're both folded in. Then take these side pieces and just kind of fold them over so that they're covering those wheels that you just folded in. Take these side pieces and pull them up like this on both sides. And make sure they're clicked in, and then flip it over. Turn it around, and then you'll see these pieces that stick out. These are the feet basically, and you want to just turn them so that they're facing downward. And then turn them so that they're facing the other way. Turn each leg so that now the feet are facing forward. Now what you want to do is have it so the head is facing forward, and you want to take these side panels here at the front and just pull them out. And do that on both sides. Now you can take the front and just pull it so the legs come down underneath. and then turn these side panels so the wheels are facing backwards on both sides. So now at this point you should have something that looks like this. So we can see the legs have formed and the robot body is now forming. So turn it around and take these wheels and just push them in. And then look underneath the headlights here, the bumper, and there's a little piece and you just kind of pull it out. Now real quick, just going back for a minute, one thing I wasn't clear on, one thing you want to make sure you do is you want to take these arm pieces, these shoulder pieces, and make sure you just kind of pull the arms down, but you want to make sure these windshields are basically upwards in the upward position, and then you want to take this piece, and when you pull it down, you want to make sure that this outer piece goes over those windshield pieces, and then you want to pull up the front windshield and form the front chest piece like that. Otherwise the arm pieces won't fit correctly. Okay, so now at this stage you want to take these little things that stick up by the head and push them down, and they should click and secure the arm pieces. And then you want to just turn the arms so that the gray pieces are sticking or facing forward. And you can also take these side pieces and you can push them in. Now all you really need to do is just finish forming the arms. So what you want to do is you pull this piece apart, and you'll see the fist in the inside there, and so just pull it out, and then you can pull down the arm for the elbow joint, and then just close this back up, and that basically finishes forming the arm for Ironhide, and then just do the same thing over here. And finally, one final thing you want to do is for the bottom of his feet, you want to take the bumper pieces and just kind of pull them out, so that gives you a little more stability with the feet. And there you go. There's your Ironhide all transformed, looking like you did in the G1 cartoon. I love the head sculpt. Looks very much just like we saw in the G1 cartoon, so I think they did a really good job with that. Now with the head, with the face, they've given you an alternate face, so you've got the one that's attached to the figure when you transform it, and then you can just pull off the front of the face, and then you can put in this second face that they've given you, so with his mouth open. It almost looks like when he gets shot by Megatron in Transformers the movie. Just need a little smoke coming out of his mouth or something. But I like that they've given you the two faces, and I like the sculpting, the blue eyes. I think it all looks really good. Again, very much like what we saw in the cartoon. Now he comes with two blasters. I don't know why he comes with two. I mean, it works for the battle platform, but I don't remember him having two blasters in the cartoon. But just done with a almost metallic, not quite metallic, but a shiny gray color for both blasters, and they fit in the hands just like all the with the little pegs that stick out the side of the handles, and then you got the little holes in the hands. So you just stick them in there and then plug it into the hole there. It's a little tight, but you can get it in there for the most part, and then just close the fingers, and there he is. So like I said, he's got two blasters, so you can put one in each hand. He's also got that thing, if you want to, you could put this one that's from the battle platform into his hand as well, but it looks a little silly to me. It looks better in the battle platform than as like a blaster or anything. Now, other features that the figure has is he's got the little radar thing like we see him use in the cartoon for scanning. So it just plugs in. There's a little hole, and you can put it on either side, and you just plug it in there, and you can turn it. And then they also give you this little cardboard display readout. Not really sure what that is on the front of there, what it's supposed to be. I'm sure it's from one of the episodes. I don't remember, but basically what you can do is you can lift down the windshield and basically slide it in, and then once you slide it in, you just push in the windshield, and then it looks like he's got whatever this thing is reading out on his display, this display screen, which is his windshield. So he's like scanning something, and he's picking it up with the scanner. Also got this hole on his back, so you can take that missile launcher from the battle platform and stick it on his back. So this in one of the episodes, they're flying through the air, and this comes out of his back, and he fires it at this missile at one of the Decepticons. So they've given you the option of doing that, and again, you can turn it and elevate it and stuff, so because of the articulation with the launcher. And then they've also given you with this the jetpack that you see him use occasionally in the cartoon. So you just snap that in the hole in his back, and then you take those blast effect pieces and plug them in. Again, all you can store on the battle platform, and then it looks like he's flying. And the blast pieces are just kind of a semi-transparent orange plastic. Final couple features that he has deals with his hands. So in the cartoon, he was known for like shooting out liquids and things like that out of his hands and stuff. So they've given you the ability to mimic that. So what you do is you just take the hand and you fold it back in like you did when you were transforming it. And now you've got this little peg that's sticking out. And so you've got various options. So you've got an extra pair of hands, and these hands are like open and they've got little holes in the front. So in one of the episodes, he basically he shoots some plasma or something, lava or something along those lines out of his fingertips basically. So, and you've got two hands, so you can give him both hands like that if you want. There's two of each of these things. This is another one. It's a gray piece, and it's another one that basically he used to kind of shoot stuff. I want to say this was like cement or something when he used this one. He shot out cement or something. And then one more, which I don't really recall seeing in the cartoon, but they've included anyway, is this little red round one. This strikes me more as something like a fire extinguisher, which maybe he did. I don't remember, but you can attach that. And again, there's two of each of these, so you can put it on one or both hands if you want. Okay, so Ironhide is a little bit on the tall side. He's not quite as tall as Optimus Prime, but he is taller than the regular Autobots, which in the cartoon I thought they were all pretty much the same height. He stands just a little bit under 9 inches. And then here he is next to Sideswipe, and you can see he's much taller than Sideswipe. And again, I don't think he was that tall in the cartoon. And then here he is next to Optimus Prime and Bumblebee, and you can see the different heights with them. Articulation is pretty good on this. Head you can turn left and right, and you can look up a little bit. It doesn't have a whole lot of down movement. You can pivot to the head to the left and the right a little bit. You can get the arms out good. You've got a rotation there where the arm meets the shoulder, so you can rotate it. And depending on how you flip it around, you can, do the arm all the way around. But again, you have to kind of flip it backwards if you want to do that. He's got a single hinged elbow, so he can bend his elbow about that much. And then he's got swivels at the wrists, and he has the fingers are all one piece, but they do have a little articulation there. And you can kind of do the hands up and down. Again, that's more part of the transformation than anything, but he does have some up and down movement there. He's got a waist swivel, and you can kind of bend forward there at the waist section, and he can look back there at the waist section. He doesn't have like a true ab crunch or anything. The legs, you can do the splits about that much. Now, he can do his leg good forward pretty good. This waist piece, these waist panels are actually articulated, so they kind of come up, so they don't limit him doing his leg forward at all. He can't really do his leg back. That is about as far back as he can do. You have rotation there at the knee, single hinged knee, but he can still bend his knee pretty good. And he has a little bit of rotation there up at the thigh, so you can kind of rotate a little bit. And then with the ankles, you have a little bit of up and down movement, and you can pivot to the left and the right a little bit as well. Okay, so that's my review. Overall, I really like this MP. My only real complaint with it is I do think it's a bit on the tall side. I recall him in the cartoon and even in the comics, I think he was about the same height as the regular Autobots like Sideswipe, Hound, Wheeljack, and such. So I do think he's a bit on the tall side, but I do like the look of it. I think it looks great in robot mode. Vehicle mode looks nice. I like the little nod to the original G1 toy with the battle platform, and I love all the features and accessories that come with it. So this is out now. You can get it at places like Big Bad Toy Store, who does have it in stock. I'll put a link in the description below. We'll also have a full gallery of images for this up at toynewseye.com. Also a link in the description below. As always, leave a comment. Let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you later.